What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? It's your boy Truex, the Sports Junkie, and welcome to the Fantasy Football Show on the MBS brand, the Stardom Cinema Show, where we gonna help you with your starting lineup today and hopefully get you that dub. Of course, I got my brother with me. What up, Wes?
Good morning, peeps. Let's go. Let's get that dub today, man. Let's go. Let's get the dub.
Big facts. Well, a few things before we get started. We know Buffalo. We know Buffalo and Tampa already played. Hopefully you had Josh Allen in your starting lineup. He went crazy. So that was definitely a must play. But overall, that game already happened. So we're not going to really talk too much about that. And for the first time in 10 years, there's no team on a bye in week 8. No teams on a bye this week. So we don't have to worry about the bye this week. With that being said, Wes, let's get straight to it. Who's the top 5 quarterbacks on the day today?
I'm going to surprise a couple of people with this one, but if I had him, I would start him. Russell Wilson versus Kansas City.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Hey, I heard they're supposed to have some snow too. So
yeah, that's why I'm saying wow.
I'll take Russell Wilson, man. Number 4 is Trevor Lawrence. 3, Dak Prescott. 2, my young rookie phenom. I'll take Stroud. And number 1, I'm taking Lamar Jackson this week.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. I like all 5 of those guys in a sense. Besides Russell Wilson, I don't know about that's a dangerous one for me. Just because first of all, he hasn't played great, and second, they're in the snow in Kansas City. Not saying he can't play in the snow because we know he could, but I don't like that matchup, so I'm not going with that one.
Give me some garbage time fantasy points, man. That's all it is. If you're a fantasy guy, hey, go ride that one.
Okay. Coming in at number 5 for me is kind of like a wild one because we're gonna talk about it in a few minutes, but I'm going Gardner Minshew. You talked me up the ledge 2 weeks ago, I want to say. And I was like, man, Gardner Minshew, he has Downs, he has Pittman Jr., he got Moss and Taylor in the backfield. He has the weapons. So we know that he's a gunslinger. He likes to get the ball out. So I'm going with Minshew.
Minshew mania.
Yeah, man. The Saints defense, they're good, but the Saints haven't played well recently. They haven't played well. I'll blame it more on the offense and the defense, but to me, Indy showed that they can score against Cleveland, who we know is a really good defense.
Yeah.
So I feel like Minshew would be a great play today. A guy that everybody's going to look at me and say, X, you wanted just because you're a Saints fan. No, I'm not. I think Derek Carr has a good game today. Like I said, we'll talk about that in a few minutes as far as highest, lowest scoring game of the day. But I think Carr goes in there. He knows he has a lot at risk. And I think Carr put some good numbers today versus the Colts defense. Coming at number 3, I'm with you, man. C.J. Stroud versus Bryce Young. We already know this is the rookie one right here. I think C.J. Stroud off of a bye week, goes into Carolina, has a really big week this week. I tried to get Nico Collins from you on the cool. I said my dog ain't budging on that. He ain't
been high on him all year, man. Yeah, you tried.
I think Stroud has a good game today. But coming in at number 2, I think the guy shakes back. He had a tough week last week against Baltimore. He has tomorrow night against the Raiders. The Raiders' defense is not good. I'm talking about Jared Goff. I think Goff gets the ball to St. Brown. I think he gets to Jahmyr Gibbs. We know David Montgomery's going to be out again this week. Jameson Williams. He has the weapons. He just ran into a buzzsaw last week in Baltimore. I think Goff shakes back. I got him at number 2. And at number 1, I know my fantasy people out there might say, well, X, we know we should start this guy week in and week out. And normally we don't talk about the guys that you know you should start, like the Patrick Mahomes and the Jalen Hurts and the Josh Allens. But I feel like what the guy did on that primetime game versus the 49ers, I got to mention, I'm talking about Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins. Wes's closest cousin. He had a monster game against the Niners defense. Now he gets the Packers defense. Not saying the Packers defense is bad, but I think that he knows that defense. They know him. So today I got Kirk Cousins at number 1 at the quarterback position. All right, Wes, let's run to this running back situation.
Hey man, I'm gonna go with DeAndre Swift, Trevor Etienne, Keel's boy. Shout out to Keel. Give me some Pacheco today, man. And this guy right here, I'm hoping he jumps on the fantasy radar. Let's go with Adam Jones, man. Let's see if he plays a healthy game. And number 1 is Brees Hall.
Oh, I like Brees Hall. Yeah, that's a good one. So I'm gonna start where you left off. I got Brees Hall at 5. I'm not gonna go all the way. I like the matchup against the Giants. Again, we're gonna talk about highest, lowest scoring games of the day. I think the Jets know they have to rely on Brees Hall, get him the ball early and often. That's who comes in at number 5 for me. Coming in number 4. I think somebody wants to join the show.
He heard me give him that shout out, you know. So he's up and at him, you know.
Well, let me change the camera thing so we can fit everybody in the camera. Where you at, big dog? Hold on. Let's go to the. We'll give the StreamYard people some credit. Let's go, StreamYard. All right, what up, Keo?
Shout out to StreamYard.
What's good?
Man, you wanna jump in where we at?
Where are you guys at right now?
We at the running back position.
Running back. You go ahead, go first.
All right, I got you. Like I was saying, I got Brees Hall coming in number 5 going against the Giants. We know it's Saquon Barkley. He's like the headliner. Everybody's gonna talk about Saquon Barkley. You know he's a must start, but Brees Hall to me is gonna get the ball early and often in multiple different ways, whether it's catching, running the football. I loved Brees Hall going into the season, but when they got Dalvin Cook, I got a little scared. I was like, I don't know now. They might try to switch it up. But I think now they realize not that Dalvin Cook is done. It's just that Brees Hall is that good that you have to get him the ball. So I'm going Brees Hall at number 5. Coming at number 4, I got Javonte Williams. Unlike US, I look at that game and I said that game's going to have to be like a running game. In the snow, you're going to have to try to hand the ball off, try to get some rushing yards. I think Javonte Williams may get a couple in this one. So I'm going Javonte. But coming at number 3, same situation. Last week, I picked Patrick Mahomes as my stud of the week. But this week, I think the running game is going to have to play more of a factor in that snow. So I'm going to Isaiah Pacheco. I think that they're going to have to get him going as well in the snow. I know Patrick Mahomes can throw the ball in any weather, but I'm going Pacheco. Number 2, I know he had a tough week last week against the Eagles, but I'm going Raheem Mostert. There's no way I can't start this guy. I know people are getting nervous about what happened last week. I'm not nervous at all. They're going against the Patriots. Mostert I think Mostert is a must start, but I know that we don't rank him as that, so I had to put him in my top 5. And then finally, number 1, the guy that finally broke out last week. Wes, you should have took him when you had the chance. I'm talking about Jahmyr Gibbs. He was the only good thing about the Lions last week. If there was one good thing about the Lions, it was Jahmyr Gibbs. He gave you like 25 fantasy points. I think he has another good game against the Raiders defense, who last week, oh God, everybody and their mama picked up the Raiders defense. I saw going against the Bears, and they couldn't stop nobody. So I think tomorrow night, Jahmyr Gibbs goes crazy again, and I got him at number 1.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, let's run it.
I'm getting situated really quick. Number 5, I'm going with Derrick Henry at number 5. Based off of the, trade rumors, then they just informed him that he won't be getting traded during the deadline. So I got him at number 5. Number 4, I agree with you guys. I'm going with Brees Hall also. I got him in a couple leagues. And I'm gonna continue to use him. He's going against the New York Giants, so Giants defense, they're an up and down team throughout the season. I like him at number 4. Number 3, I'm going with Josh Jacobs at number 3. Josh Jacobs been very inconsistent throughout this year. He'll give you those good games, then he'll give you those single-digit games. And I think this is one of the games where Monday night, I think he'll give you a solid 12 to 15 point type of game. Number two, I'm going with one of the running backs I drafted all by myself, DeAndre Swift. Woo! He's ranked the number 6 running back in fantasy right now. I know, I've got plenty of offers for him. His value has definitely gone up for me every single week. The Eagles continue to feed him the rock from just not just passing the ball, but running the ball also. And this is the best I've seen DeAndre Swift, since he came into the NFL. And number one, man, I'm going with the guy that I put X on
Oh God.
beginning of this year, man. He thinks I stole him from in one of the leagues that I'm in with him. I'm going with Jahmyr Gibbs at number one running back to start this week. Um, no David Montgomery. They're going against a favorable team like the Raiders. So yeah, I like this matchup, man.
Okay.
Um, okay. For those of you guys that have questions, we'll get to that shortly. Once X gets through the question portion of the show.
Definitely, definitely. Okay, let's get to the wide receiver part of the top 5. What we doing, Wes?
Hey, number 5. I got your boy, man. I've been really digging on him for the last couple of weeks. Drake London. Let- Let's go. Let's go with that one. Number 4, we got Christian Kirk, man. He's been coming around. He's looking like the true number 1 over there in Jaguar land. Number 3, man. I had a chance to get this guy, and I shook on it in the first 2 weeks, and I didn't jump on him. Is Adam Thielen, man. I should have jumped on him when I had a chance. Number 2 is Brandon Ayuk. With Debo out, I believe he's going to, continue seeing the ball. And my number 1 is Keenan Allen, man. I believe he's going to get his touches today, too.
Okay, Q, you want to go next or you want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead, go first.
All right. Coming at number 5 for me, I got Devonta Smith. I think that we see what A.J. Brown's been doing. Today, the Commanders are going to try to stop the A.J. Brown. And when you do that, that's when Devonta Smith goes crazy. I think he has one of those crazy games today where he goes over 100. He might have multiple touchdowns. I'm going Devonta Smith at number 5. At number 4, I got Zay Flowers. There's no way, there's no way I'm not starting Zay Flowers. The Ravens offense looked so potent last week. And Lamar Jackson likes throwing to this young man. We know he's going to get Mark Andrews involved some way, somehow. But Zay Flowers is the one receiver. If you want somebody from Baltimore, he's the guy that you're going to go get. I think he has a good game today, so I got him at number 4. At number 3, I got your boy, Nico Collins. I think, like I said, I think C.J. Stroud has a good game today versus the Panthers. And I think Nico Stroud gets off kind of like he did whenever you played me. He went crazy. Of all the people, Nico had almost 30 fantasy points versus me. And I'm sitting there like, are you serious? I think Nico goes crazy again today. So I got him at number 3. At number 2, I got Puka Nacua versus the Cowboys, Keo's Cowboys. Listen, I know Cooper Kupp is a dog. I know Cooper Kupp's a must start. Matthew Stafford likes this young boy. Oh, he likes him. And now that makes the Rams a lot more dangerous having 2 receivers out there. If they can get that running game going more consistent, the Rams could be dangerous moving forward. I like Nacua number 2. But number 1, and I don't even think it's close. I think he's almost a must start. It's almost like a head scratcher because he's a rookie. Excuse me, I got a cough, y'all. No Justin Jefferson. Jordan Addison. This kid here is busting onto the scene, and he's really becoming that guy outside of Justin Jefferson. When Justin Jefferson comes back, he's going to be like the Puka Nacua is to the Rams he's going to be that for the Vikings. Jordan Addison, to me, is a must start. You saw what he did against the Niners defense, which is incredible. And now he gets the Packers. I know Jair Alexander is going to be guarding him probably majority of the game, but still, I'm starting Jordan Addison no matter what. So he's my number one receiver on the day. Kia, what we got?
Number 5 for me, I'm going with Brandon Ayuk at number 5. Brock Purdy, he's been cleared to play, so he'll be starting. So Purdy will play that, so that's good for Brandon Ayuk. No Deebo Samuel, so he'll definitely get targeted a lot throughout this game. I like this matchup for I know they're going against the Bengals. So I expect him to go to Brandon Ayuk a lot in this game. Going into number 4, I'm rolling with Amari Cooper at number 4, going against the Seattle Seahawks. Amari Cooper has had a quiet season, especially, Deshaun Watson in and out of the lineup. So I think Amari Cooper can have another solid game against a Seattle defense. Number 3, I'm going with Michael Pittman Jr., man. The Colts will be facing the New Orleans Saints. I think he had one of his best games last week. So I like Michael Pittman Jr. To have a really good game against a solid Saints secondary. I think they'll definitely be going to him a lot throughout this game. So I got him as the number 3 wide receiver to start. Number 2, man, I'm going with Garrett Wilson at number 2 against the horrendous defense of the New York Giants. Garrett Wilson's, he's still having some solid numbers, even though with no Aaron Rodgers. It's not the year people expect him to have, so I got him at 2. And then coming at number 1, I'm going with Jordan Addison at number 1. Seeing what Kirk Cousins did last week with no Justin Jefferson, and that really speaks highly of the type of quarterback Kirk Cousins is, because people thought that they weren't going to do anything without Justin Jefferson being injured. So that's my top 5 wide receivers to start for this week.
All right. I like what y'all doing. I see what y'all boys doing now. Let's go to the tight end position.
Got number 5, Jason Ferguson for Dallas. He's going to get his, like I said, my fantasy value is probably different from others.
Jay Ferg.
If a tight end can give me anywhere from 8 to 15 points, man, that's pretty decent for a tight end. So I'm going with Jason Ferguson. Give me Elvin Ingram. I'll take Elvin Ingram number 4. Dallas Schultz at number 3. Your boy that you was always high on, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts at number 2.
Bust.
And number 1 is Dallas Goedert. Give me Dallas Goedert at number 1.
All right. Mine's not that far off. I like a few different people though. I'm gonna go Higbee at 5. I just think, like I said, the Rams, they have a lot of dynamics to their offense. So I think they're going to try to stop the receiver, neutralize the receiver. So I'm going to go Higbee at 5. And number 4, I'm going Laporta. I told you, I think Goff is going to come back. He's going to come back around. And now Laporta and those weapons are going to get the touches that they deserve. I'm going Laporta at number 4. And number 3, I'm with you. I got Dallas Goedert. I think what we've seen from him, they're going to try to stop A.J. Brown. That's going to be their guy to stop today. And I think Goddard, Smith, they may go off today. Even Swift, what Keo said. Number 2, I told y'all, man, this guy just touches the ball in so many ways. He's a tight end. You got to try to give him the ball. I mean, you got to try to start him if you have him. That's Taysom Hill. He can run it. He can throw it. He can catch it. There's just so
Wow.
many. He's the utility guy. He just touches the ball in all kind of unique ways. I would start him if I had him. So I'm going to take some of that too. But the guy I'm going with at number one, I know the Jets defense is incredible, but what I'm seeing from Darren Waller right now, Tyrod Taylor's really utilizing him. I'm going Darren Waller at number one. I think he's kind of having that resurgence of the guy that, a lot of people thought when he went to New York, he was going to be. And I think now you're going to start starting him every week. But today, I'm going to mention him. So I'm going Darren Waller.
Okay, my number 5 tight end to start. That's actually starting Evan Ingram over Cole Kmet. Shame on that person. Number 4. I'm going with Jake the Snake Ferguson at number 4. I got him at number 4. Number 3, I'm going with George Kittle, man. George Kittle has probably been one of the most disappointing tight ends in fantasy this season. I thought he was the elite guy. He wants to have his best game against my Dallas Cowboys. Fall flat from the earth the rest of the next couple games. So I got him at number 3. A tight end, my tight end, I'm starting at number 2. I'm also going with Dalton Schultz at number 2, and then number 1, I'm going with Laporta at number 1. And anybody asking, I don't think Laporta is an elite tight end yet. The only 2 that I recommend people to start automatically is Mark Andrews and, of course, Mr. Travis Kelce himself.
Okay, I like that. All right, we'll go through these next 2 real quick. Let's go defenses. What we doing?
I got the Seattle Seahawks at number 5. That young secondary is pretty good, man. I like it. The number 4, I'm going with the Falcons. I might surprise y'all with that one. Number 3, I'll go with the Saints. I know you're high on Minshew, but I don't know. I believe it's the Saints game right here. Number 2, I got the Ravens. Go with the Ravens defense. And number 1 should be everybody's number 1 this week is the Jets versus the Giants.
Oh, he in the car. Look, he get that car posted up. Hey, when is Starbucks? I see you, young boy. All right. Coming in number 5, I got the Chiefs. I think the Broncos offense is, oh my God. They leave a lot.
Don't say it.
Hey, I hope Javonte Williams goes crazy, but it's rough, man. The Chiefs in the snow. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs at 5. I just think that could be a low-scoring game because of that. But, I mean, Patrick Mahomes may get off regardless. But I'm gonna go with the Chiefs at number 5. Coming in number 4, I got the Miami Dolphins. They score so many points that you got to fight to keep up with them. So that's when the interceptions come and the pick sixes come. And guess who returns today? Jalen Ramsey. Ramsey returns. I just think that the Dolphins defense is going to do some good things today against the Pats. So I'm going with the Dolphins at 4. At number 3, I got the Falcons. I know y'all might be like, X, you wildin'. But Will Levis, they're starting him. Like, you got to show me something first. I know you got Derrick Henry. I know you got DeAndre Hopkins, and that could be scary. But I'm going to say the Falcons defense may sneak up on some people, and they may do really well. So I'm going with the Falcons at 3. At number 2, I got the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, come on, man. I know the Browns looked good last week, but I don't know about that. I'm not riding that wave. No Deshaun Watson, no Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford's questionable, but I don't know. I'm just not loving what the Browns are doing right now, so I'm going to go with the Seahawks at number 2. But number 1, I'm with Wes. The Jets, Jets. Come on, man. That defense is ferocious. They're for real. They keep them in games. Shout out to Sauce Gardner. What up, Keo? What up, Keo? Sauce.
Wow. Okay, it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
Coming at number 4, I got my Dallas Cowboys at number 5. I got the Cowboys at 5. Um, Dallas at home, I could defend them as a good home team now because they do really well at home. I think they're going to get to Matthew Stafford in this game, so I got them at number 5. Number 4, I'm going with the Miami Dolphins at number 4. I think that they will have a solid defense with Jalen Ramsey back. I think Howard's back also, and that's one of the reasons why A.J. Brown was as successful as he can because he plays against the second string guys, man. Of course he's going to have a big game. Number 3, I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks at number 3. I just don't believe in the Browns' offense running game. I'm not too high on it. I see P.J. Walker as a quarterback managing type of quarterback. So I got the Seahawks at 3. And then I think Seattle is at home also. Number 2, man, I'm going with the Detroit Lions at number 2 against the pitiful Las Vegas Raiders. And then at number 1, I'm going with the New York Jets against the New York Giants. So those are my picks for this week for defense.
Okay. Let's get to these kickers then, Wes, real quick.
Kickers.
Yeah.
Man, I ain't picked no kickers this week, man.
It's all good. I got you.
Wow.
I ain't picked no kick. Go ahead and feed me in, man. I ain't picked no kickers this weekend, man.
All right. I got Ronnie Patterson from the Lions. I think the Lions will score some points tomorrow night. I'm going him at number 5. Number 4, I'm going Kerry Fairbairn of the Texans. I told you I like C.J. Stroud and I like Nico Collins. I think they'll do good today. I got Kill's boy, Younghoe Koo. The Falcons, baby. I think they'll put up some big points today. I'm going with Younghoe Koo. At number 2, I got Jason Sanders. The Dolphins' offense is too potent. I just look, even if they just get extra points, it'll be a lot of extra points. They may get a couple of field goals. I look for them to score a lot of points. And at number 1, Keel's going to like this. Brandon Aubrey. Woo! And they'll get field goals, Keel. But I don't know, big dog. I don't know. I don't know if they'll score touchdowns. Oh!
Obviously, still a Cowboys hater on here. My top 5 kickers, I got Riley Patterson, Jason Sanders. I'm going with my third guy, Harrison Butker. I'm also going with Brandon Aubrey, and I like Moody from the 49ers this week.
All right. Well, there y'all have it. That's y'all 5s right there. We helped y'all throughout y'all starting lineups. Hopefully you like some of those names that we put out there. Hopefully you got some of those names, and hopefully you put them in your starting lineup. All right. Games are important when it comes to lowest scoring, highest scoring, so pay close attention. What do y'all have as the lowest scoring game of the day today, guys?
I got the Jets and the Giants as a low scoring game.
Wow.
My runner.
Hold on, man. I need to look at this.
I'm with Wes on this one. I got the New York Giants, the New York Jets. If I had to go a different direction, just for the sake of the argument, but I agree with you, Wes. I'll go Falcons-Titans only because the Falcons sometimes leave a lot to be desired. So I may go that direction, but I'm going to go with the Jets and the Giants as well. And then I'm going to wait on Keel. Keel, where are you going with it?
Man, don't underestimate Zach Wilson, Garrett Wilson, and Brees Hall.
There he goes.
But I'm going with the Tennessee Titans and the Atlanta Falcons. Both offenses have been disappointing. Both of these teams are 2 of the lowest scoring offensive teams in the top 5 categories in offense right now, I'm going with the Falcons and the Tennessee Titans, man. Yes.
Okay. Let's do it like this. All right. Highest scoring game of the day.
Let's go Cowboys and Rams. That's my highest scoring.
What?
Oh,
Bro, how dare you, man?
That's my highest scoring.
The nerve, the
Dallas Cowboys.
audacity, the mitigated call of you to underestimate my Cowboys defense.
all right. I'm going with the Saints and the Colts. I think it's a shootout in Indy. The Saints, man, I think they finally have a good offensive game, but then their defense is going to let up a little bit. And I think the Colts, man, they can score. They scored in the Browns. The Browns is a really tough defense. The Niners struggle to score against them. Everybody struggles to score against the Browns. So I'm going to go with that game, the Saints versus Colts. Where we going, Keo?
I'm going with the Saints versus Colts, too. I think that game could have potential to be a high-scoring game. Colts offense, they have scored a lot of points, you know, especially in the losing effort also. So the Colts, I like them to score a lot of points, and I expect the Saints to score points in bunches also, man, just especially the weapons that they got around them. So I got the Saints and Colts.
All right. With that being said, let's answer a couple of these questions while we're here. We'll go to the media section right now. I see a few people. Shout out to Danny in the building, man. We appreciate you, big dog. All right. Juice Daddy 804 is saying Puka or Calvin Ridley. Who y'all going with? Flex, full PPR.
I'll go with that Puka.
Yeah, it's easy
Give
for
me
me,
Puka.
Puka. Easy.
What? Yeah, right. I'm going with Calvin Ridley, man.
Oh God. All right.
Calvin, you're going against one of the best defenses in the NFL. You play against the Cowboys at home. Teams' offenses are not really successful against the Cowboys at home. I mean, you could look it up when the Cowboys are at home, what teams do there, and they don't do much, to be honest with you. So I'm going with Calvin Ridley, favorable matchup, flex position, PPR.
Okay. He asked the same question, the same guy. Love or Trevor Lawrence? Who y'all going with?
I'll go with Trevor Lawrence.
Ooh, this one, man. I'm gonna go Jordan Love versus the Vikings defense. I know the Vikings played well against the Niners, but Trevor Lawrence, I think that Keo just said something I don't necessarily agree with. The Steelers defense is good. You are tripping. You talking about what Jacksonville can do versus the Steelers? That's in Pittsburgh. That's going to be a rough game. TJ Watt and those boys are not just going to lay down and let Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. I know they're on a winning streak right now, but I think that could be a low-scoring game as well. So I'm going to go Jordan Love. I think Jordan Love have to score against the Vikings to win that game. So I'm going to go Jordan Love on that one.
I'm going with Trevor Lawrence, man. Trevor Lawrence. I think he's gonna. Trevor Lawrence, regardless who the defense is, I think he'll give you some solid numbers.
I agree.
Trevor Lawrence.
All right. This one to me, I think we're all gonna agree on. I don't know. I think my boy just wanted to ask a question, which I'm not knocking you, big dog. Ask you questions. I love it when y'all ask questions. He got Christian Watson or Alvin Kamara.
AK all day, baby. AK all day.
Yeah, I got Alvin Kamara going away. Like, this ain't even a close one to me. I would take. I just said Jordan Love's gonna have to score to keep up, but I mean, Alvin Kamara is a must start. He's one of those must start guys week in and week out.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Alvin Kamara should even be started in the flex position. He should be a running back one, man. Alvin Kamara, since he came back, Alvin Kamara has averaged over 20 fantasy points a game in PPR standards, man. Like, he's a steal. He was really cheap in drafts and really low in drafts. Like, he's been the Saints' best fantasy player throughout the entire season, and He's only been back for a couple games, man, and Alvin Kamara has been very consistent throughout the entire time since he's been back. So I'm moving Kamara very decisive on this one.
Okay, so this is what he just said. He said, right now I got Trevor Lawrence, Christian McCaffrey, ATN, Puka, and Nico. That's his starting lineup. He got Jake Ferguson at tight end. He said, I'm debating between Watson and Kamara on my flex. I have Seattle in my starting defense. Boy, you got a good team. Golly. That must be an 8-man lineup.
Bro, go check your lineup, man. Go see what Kamara did the other day.
I'm with you. I still start Kamara. I don't know why. I would definitely start Kamara.
He had 13 catches. That's 13 fantasy points right there. You know, that's not even including his yards.
Right, facts.
Alvin Kamara, hands down, bro, should stay in your lineup until further notice.
Facts. All right, well, I'm going to my homeboy Brandon, who reached out to me. Brandon actually had a really interesting question because we talked about the running backs. He has a 2-quarterback league. He said, should he play Tyrod Taylor in his second quarterback, or should he play Isaiah?
Lost your mic.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can't hear you no more.
Kyo, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear me, Wes?
No, I can hear you.
Wes saying he can't hear me. I don't know. All right, well, let's just do this. My boy Brandon asked, he said he has a 2-quarterback league, Keo, and he said, should he go with Tyrod Taylor in that second quarterback position, or should he start Isaiah Pacheco in that OP position?
Wait, say that again?
He said he saw us talking about Isaiah Pacheco in our top 5. He said, should he start Isaiah Pacheco in that OP, or should he start Tyrod Taylor?
Oh my God.
Good.
I'm going with Isaiah Pacheco, man.
Wow.
Isaiah Pacheco, he's been averaging 15 points a game in fantasies since week two in the NFL. You said PJ Walker, right?
No, Tyrod Taylor.
Oh, Tyrod Taylor. He's going against the New York Jets, man. People are so desperate. I seen you pick up Jalen Hyatt, man. We're that desperate right now.
Hey, bro, you gotta pick up stuff. You gotta pick up stuff for the future. That's why you don't win fantasy championships, because you worried about this week. I'm worried about down the line. Woo!
Yeah, whatever.
All right, Wes. My boy
what you got?
asked. He said it's a 2-quarterback league.
All right.
He has Deshaun Watson that's out, so he can't play him. So he got Tyrod Taylor.
Gotcha.
Should he start Tyrod Taylor or play Isaiah Pacheco in the OP spot?
I'm with Keo on this one. I'll roll with Pacheco, man. You're playing in the snow. You're gonna get the touches. Tyrod Taylor, man, you're playing against one of the honestly top 5 defenses against the Jets. I would honestly roll with Pacheco, hands down. My opinion, you know, if you're that bold to start Tyrod Taylor, you got some kahunas.
Hey, well, I guess I got kahunas because Big Dog D, I got you. I'm starting Tyrod Taylor. He touches the ball every single play. If he throws it, runs it, he just touches the ball every down. There's no way I'm starting Pacheco over a quarterback unless I think the quarterback is just trash. Tyrod Taylor is decent. He's been a starting quarterback in the league. I know the Jets are good, but literally all he has to do is run a touchdown in. I'm not saying all. I mean, obviously that's tougher than just saying it. But and I know the Jets defense is really good. I'm not denying that the Broncos defense is horrible. We get that. But I just love the fact that at the end of the day, he touches the ball every down. So I would go Tyrod Taylor over Pacheco, but my guys said they would go Pacheco. So you got a decision to make, B. All right. My dog Joe wants to know. He needs to start 2 of these wide receivers. Which 2 should he start? Drake London DeAndre Hopkins or Jalen Waddle. He needs to start 2 of them.
I'll start Drake London and Jalen Waddle on that one.
Yeah,
That's
I agree. I
that's my
agree
2.
with Wes. I'm going with those 2 also.
Yeah, man, it's hard to bench DeAndre Hopkins, but with Will Levis at quarterback, I don't know how I'm feeling about that right now, so I would go the same 2 as well. All right, Kia's going to like this. My girl Brittany wants to know. Excuse me, y'all. Dak Prescott or CJ Stroud? Oh!
Give me some Stroud, man. Give me that
Oh!
rookie of the year
Oh
Stroud, man.
God, give me a break.
Let's go.
Well, you know me, man.
You're not even starting Dak this week. What are we talking about?
No, I am starting Dak. I'm starting Dak. I got Jared Goff on my bench right now. Jared Goff, he's a better fantasy quarterback right now as we speak than Dak Prescott. I am trying to get rid of Jared Goff off of my hands. I've told countless people that's in the MBS Fantasy Football League, I am starting Dak Prescott the rest of this year, man. The rest of this year. Of course, I'm going to start him over CJ Stroud, man. So, yes, Dak Prescott over CJ Struggle.
No,
Stroud. My bad.
disagree.
Stroud.
Stop being disrespectful, Keo. Calm that down. Watch your mouth. I got CJ Stroud in this one.
Wow.
He's trying to make a statement. He's going up against the Panthers and Bryce Young. He wants to say, y'all could have got me at number 1. Y'all chose to go with Bryce Young. I think he's going to try to make a statement. They're coming off of a bye week. Like I said, the Texans are better than what people are giving them credit for. I think CJ Stroud gets it done today. I think they actually beat the Panthers. So I'm going to go with CJ Stroud in this matchup versus Dak Prescott. All right. In the flex, my boy Timmy wants to know, should he go with Breece Hall, Scary Terry McLaurin, or Jordan Addison? That's a really good. All 3 of them is fine. All 3 of them is fine. But which one you going? Which one y'all going with? He can only start 1.
I'm going with Breece Hall today. I'm going with Breece Hall. I believe Kirk Cousins and Addison has a little comeback. They're not gonna do as good, but I'll go with Breece Hall.
Yeah, I'm going with Breece Hall also. Breece Hall's the safe pick, you know. Addison, he can have a little slip up in one of these games, so I'm going with the safer pick, Breece Hall.
I agree with that. I thought somebody would go Addison, and I'm not knocking because Addison was definitely up there for me as far as wide receivers. But like I said, a running back touches the ball, it seems like a lot more than a receiver. A receiver does. And the Packers can roll their coverage to stop Jordan Addison. Like I said, Jair Alexander's going to be guarding him. So it's even though he's great, and we know that he's showing that he has potential to be great, Breece Hall is just a good matchup. He can touch the ball in so many ways. He's dynamic. So I'm going Breece Hall. And I'm not even knocking if you start any one of them, even McLaurin. McLaurin's going to get his touches as well. So you can't lose in that situation. You can't lose that situation. The last one, my boy Pete wants to know. He said running back number 2 has been a struggle for him. He said, should he go with Najee Harris or Bijan Robinson? He said Bijan Robinson, he's worried about the injury. And last week, what happened to him? He said that basically, he's scared to start him because of the injury. So what should he do? Bijan Robinson or roll the dice with Najee Harris?
Man, you find a quarter and you flip it up, heads or tails. Because you're probably in the same, I understand what you're saying. You're in the same boat with both of them right now. So if I had to pick one, though, I'll roll the dice with Najee Harris. Tennessee defense, run defense is, I think, is what, number 1 or 2. So I'll go Najee Harris.
Man, I'm going with BJ and Robinson, man. He's been consistent throughout the season. Najee Harris, he is a non-factor right now, man. We hear more about the running back Warren than Najee Harris. I'm going with Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. When I say I'm with Wes, I'm with just flipping a coin up. This is a tough one. But I would definitely be reading a lot of research on Bijan Robinson. Is he truly healthy? Is he going to get his touches? Because you got to remember, the Falcons run by committee. Everybody touches the ball, so it's a little scary. Either same thing with Najee Harris. If you bagged me into a corner and chose, I would probably go Bijan only because I think his upside is a lot more valuable than Najee. But Najee may be better today, but I'm gonna go Bijan as well. All right, y'all. Let's go to the stardom sit-em portion of the show. I'm gonna name some guys, and you tell me if you would start him or sit him today. Let's start with Will Levis. Are you starting him or sitting him today?
Sitting him.
Come on, man.
Oh yeah, I said that dude, man.
What you doing, Keo? Starting or sitting Will Levis?
I'm sitting him.
Wow, I'm sitting him as well, though. I can't lie. Just not loving the matchup. Even though the Falcons ain't the greatest defense, it's just
Leave him in the waiver wire. That's
wow. Okay. Are y'all starting or sitting Cam Akers today?
it depends what I have on my running back list. You know, like you said, you have put it like this: you have Najee Harris, Bijan Robinson, and Akers. What two are you starting? You know, so I would have to sit him.
Okay.
Sitting him also. It's yeah, Akers hasn't done much for me this season for me to even start him. So yeah,
For me, it would be depending on like what league I'm in. Like if I'm in a 12-man league, no, he's not starting. But if I'm in a 16-man league like the MBS, then yeah, I would start him in my flex. He'd be worth the flex play to me. He actually could break out. I think he actually looks a lot better than Alexander Madison did for him. I think he could become the starting guy over there. Ironically, another Florida State Seminole being a great running back for the Vikings, right? I would start him in certain aspects. So I'll say start him. I'll just go ahead and say start him as a flex. All right. We just talked about this guy, Najee Harris. Are y'all starting or sitting him?
So rough one, man. Like I said, like you said, if you have a 16-team league, you know, I would start him definitely, you know, but I would say start him.
there is nothing to think about this. You are sitting Najee Harris. It is playoff time. It is crunch time. People like teams like X and West can't afford to lose this week. Well, I can't say that for me because I got a better record than both of you guys.
Wow.
Woo! My bad. Didn't mean to take a shot at you guys, but I'm definitely sitting him.
Hey, man, I'm on a winning streak here. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Hey, I'm coming. Hey, what up, Duke? You know what the vibes are. You know what it is. Shout out to my dog. I'm starting Najee Harris. If it's a flex play, absolutely I'm starting him. Because all it takes is for Najee Harris to have one good game. And guess what? His trade value is right there because he's Najee Harris. He's not like a guy like Cam Akers. I'm not giving you all that for Cam Akers. If Najee Harris busts out and has one good game, you could trade him. So I would say I would start him. He could have a good game today. All right, this is interesting. Both of them, I'll just say both of them right now so we can move through a little quicker. Two interesting names. Would y'all start or sit Jerry Jeudy and Odell Beckham? What y'all doing?
I'm sitting both of them.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, man. I'm sitting both of them also. I knew the Odell Beckham signing was a bad signing. I said it when that happened. It was a bad signing, and it's proving its point right now. Jerry Jeudy has been, I don't know, I might say bust. He might be a bust in this rookie class that the class that he was in. I'm sitting both of them.
Okay, I'm with y'all. I'm sitting both of them. I don't see no reason why I should start either one of these guys. We talked about Najee Harris. I would start Najee Harris over both of these guys. I would start Cam Akers over both of these guys. Going back to the people was asking questions. Pretty much everybody they mentioned I would start over these two guys. I just don't love the scenario. Jerry Judy's playing in the snow today. I don't think he gets off. And like I said, Zay Flowers is the receiver that you want to own if you're in Baltimore right now. So these guys I'm staying away from. All right. What time is it right now before I go to the next thing?
It's 9:11.
Okay, so we gonna go ahead and get to the last portion of the show, wrap it up. Let's get to it. Our favorite segment, Stud, Dud, and Sleeper of the Week. What we doing?
I got somebody that's been quiet all year, man. I'm waiting for this guy, and I think today's the day. I'm gonna pull him out the hat. I'm repping his quarterback right here, Burrow. Let's go with T. Higgins, man. It's time for this dude to let's time for this dude to get on the show, man. Let's go. Let's go, T. Hig. Give me one. Give me two. Let's go.
That's the sleeper. I like that's a good sleeper. What you think, Kill? Who's your sleeper of the week?
My sleeper of the week. Man, I'm going with Bryce Young for the sleeper of the week, man. He will outplay CJ Stroud today, man. Yeah, now cry later.
Hey, I ain't mad at you though. All right. I want to just confirm something real quick. Is Sam Darnold getting the start today? Because I know Brock Purdy was questionable. Is he getting the start?
No,
nah, it's Purdy.
Okay, because I wrote down Sam Darnold if he plays. So I wanted to ask that before because I know it was like mixed messages which one was going to start. So I'm going to scratch them. I'm going to go with the guy that Keo was disrespected earlier. You ready, Keo? Jalen Hyatt finally breaks out versus the Jets. I think he scores a touchdown against the Jets today. I got Mr. Hyatt. He was my backup behind Sam Darnold. If Darnold got the start, I was going to go Darnold, but I'm going to go Hyatt. I think the Giants are starting to see what I've been raving about before the draft. I'm like, man, I want the Saints to draft Jalen Hyatt because I think that he's that much of a big play wide receiver. He reminds me of Deshaun Jackson, and I just think that you got to find ways to get him the ball. I think today, I'm not saying it's a high-scoring game, but I think Hyatt is going to make a couple of plays to make the Giants and Jets game be real competitive. So I'm going Jalen Hyatt as my sleeper of the day. All right, let's get to our duds of the day.
My dud of the day might surprise y'all with this one. DK Metcalf.
Wow.
DK Metcalf. That's my dud of the day, man. Go ahead, Keo.
My dud of the week. I'm going with Puka Nacua as my dud. They will struggle against my Cowboys. My defense will pressure Matthew Stafford. He will have a hard time in Jerry's world today, man. If Cooper Kupp will get his numbers, but Nacua will I think he will be held in check. I think he's going to be held definitely under 100 yards. I think the max I'll give him is 5 receptions.
Okay. I'm gonna go with my dud. And this is my guy. I love like we talked about. I didn't say much of them today. You guys mentioned them. Some people mentioned them as far as questions. I think Trevor Lawrence struggles today. I really do. I think he struggles. I think the Steelers give some type of resistance in this game. I wouldn't even be surprised if the Steelers win this game. So I'm gonna say Trevor Lawrence is my dud of the week. Now, with that being said, and just to give you a stat, he will not get more than 15 fantasy points. He will be under 15 fantasy points today, just to give y'all what I think. All right. The stud of the week. Who we going with, y'all?
I'm going to go with Breece Hall.
Wow.
I'm going to go with Breece Hall as my stud of the week, man. I believe he's going to get damn near all the touches, you know. Go ahead, Keo.
Okay, my stud of the week. I'm going with Well, hold on. I need to make sure I didn't pick him this season yet. I definitely can't. I originally had Jared Goff, so I'm definitely not going with him. Um, so my stud of the week this week, I'm gonna go with Jamar Chase as my stud of the week,
I
man.
like that. I
The
like that. That's
Niners
fine.
defense has been vulnerable throughout these last two losses. Ward cannot cover this guy. Are you telling me T. Higgins is gonna have a good game? That opens up for somebody like a Jamar Chase, man. I got Chase as my stud of the week.
All right. Well, my start of the week. He didn't play well since coming back, but I think today he finally has that good game. Wes, don't get mad at me. I didn't even mention him because I think that he's a must start week in and week out. I'm going Austin Eckler. I think the Bears are in trouble this week. I think Eckler may go crazy on them. So I'm gonna go Austin Eckler today for the for the Los Angeles Chargers. With
I had
that
him at
being
number 2.
said,
I had him at number 2, so that's a good pick.
with that being said, let's get to these shout outs, y'all.
Man, I'm gonna shout out you, Keo, the whole MBS fan, man. Hey, salute y'all, man. Hey, one thing I want to do is hey, pray for peace right now, man. There's crazy things going on in this world, man. Hey, hug your loved ones. Hey, don't be scared to tell somebody I love you, man. Hey, have a good day, man. Smile, man. You know, pick somebody up, man. That's my shout out.
Big facts. Kill, what we got?
Yo, shout out to both you guys, Wes X holding it down for the NBA Stardom Sit 'em show. Shout out to everybody that supports the MBS platform, catches on Spotify and Apple Podcast Tuesday. We got obviously the MBS show. We got the MBS Let's Talk About It with Red. Um, me and Danny, we're gonna be doing some recaps on Monday for MBS Universe. He just had a battle yesterday actually against Loso. He's actually battling tonight actually against overrated chess. So yeah, man. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go, Danny. Team Danny. Shout out to
Shout out
everybody,
Danny.
man.
Shout out
Best of
Danny.
luck to
Let's
your
go.
fantasy football team. Woo! Let's go.
Wow. Well, I want to shout out you two gentlemen first and foremost. Definitely a pleasure doing the show with y'all. Shout out to the entire MBS team, man. Y'all don't know, man. We've been doing this for a long time. You know, me and Q always talk about it. A long time. Like, we can go back years. I'm talking about a decade. And now to start getting recognition for the work that we do, even when we, was getting one view or no views, the hard work is finally starting to pay off, and we appreciate it. But it's my birthday weekend, y'all. It's my birthday weekend. My birthday is on Saturday. There's something else big happening on Saturday. Man, what up, LSU? It's that time. Alabama, what up? You're on the clock. We coming. Man, I'm so excited right now. My birthday falls on the LSU Alabama game. Bama fans, get ready. Oh, it's gonna be a rough one for you. Kill, you ain't gotta ask me. You ain't gotta ask me on this show who I'm picking for this game. Man, throw them L's up, baby. We're about to go get this dub in Tuscaloosa on my birthday. Anybody in the Lafayette area, I'm throwing a huge party for my birthday. LSU, Alabama tailgate party at my crib. We gonna barbecue. We gonna cook in the black pot. We gonna do a whole bunch of things, man, for the game. We gonna turn up LSU style, man. Go Tigers. You know what the vibes are. But with that being said, happy Halloween. We will not be on Tuesday. We'll come on Wednesday, do the Halloween. So y'all have a great Halloween. Stay safe out there, like Wes said, man. Spread peace and love. It's okay to tell people that you love them. And y'all know my message, love over everything. With that being said, Triggs the Sports Junkie, that's my guys, Wes and Keo. Stardom Cinema Show. We out. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.